Assalamu alaikum everyone. Lab session 3. The objective of today's lab is to learn and practice scanf function using with the help of format specifiers. Now, what is scanf? As I already discussed in theoretical lab that scanf is the part of taking input from the console screen. It will use like if we are using any fixed data type, and for that data type we have to use the format specifier to take input which is stored in the variable and to take output from that variable. Here is an example code 1 in which integer ABC are initialized. After that, a message is displayed using printf command that enter first name. After that, we are using scanf for storing the first number in integer a. A is a variable that is of integer type. It will store the number that was input on the console screen. After that, we have the second message that enters second number. That message will show that the console will have the input, and that input will be stored in variable b. When we store these both inputs in a temporary variable a and b, now we are able to sum up the input values and store their output in C. So we use C is equals to a plus b semicolon. This is the expression. It will using arithmetic operations as well as assignment operator and three different variables. Equals to shows that the sum of a plus b will be assigned to C. After that, we will show the result that what is the summation output. So we have created a printf function in which a new line is taken. After that, the result is and %d is used. You can see that the %d comma C is written. It's mean the format specifier will shows the output which is stored in C variable. You have to take this code, run it and show its output in the lab manual. Onward, it's another example. It will taking a character numbers names of size 20. In this program, you can see that we are taking name as input using a character in the form of array. Array size is 20, means the name length will be of 20 characters. A, B, C. Using these characters, we can make a complete word for our name input. For that, we use scanf for taking input character. %c %s will be used as we are taking as the input in the form of array, means the size is form of a sentence or a word, so we can use %s for that it will store a huge number characters. Now printf command is used. The name is displayed on the screen. You have to run this code, observe the result and put that screenshot in the box. After onwards, we have code 3. You can see this example number 3, and first you have to go through the include functions which will having the header files of studio, conio, and also a string header file is added. This means that the string functions which are discussed earlier with you in the theoretical class, that string length, string copy, string reverse, string concatenation, and all these type of functions that are already built in are stored in the string library. Now we will use the string library and conclude our program. In this program, you can observe that we are taking two characters array as a input. Number one character array is nm, means the name, and the second one is the f name with some marks, total marks, and a percentage having grades and values in it. Now you can see that how we are taking first name, father name, English marks, maths marks, science marks. Now we will have the total means the total marks sum up, percentage means divided by the number of counts. If percentage is less than 50, it's mean you have to put grade F. If it is greater than, then you will show C, and rest of the grades are assigned. You can see two things in this, that we are using string copy grade F and string copy for RM is equals to poor. It's mean grade is F and your remarks is poor. If your grade is C, then your remarks is fair. If you see that you have to copy anything into a variable, then you have to move it to a temporary variable, then again move to that variable. You have to swap the values. But if you are using string copy, it will swap directly and store the values in the variable that are declared. Now you can see that complete gradebook is maintained. Now we can have a print view. Now you can see that the student name, father name, English marks, math, science, total, grade, all things are included in this with a complete formation. And you can see the person S, person D, person 2F, means you are taking percentage, as you declare that percentage is in the form of float, so you are taking two floats, means after decimal only two digits, 90.80 only, grades, and then remarks. Run this code and go through the output of this and put that screenshot in your output box. Now, as we already done in lab 1, that we have write the pseudocode and flowchart of pi r square. Now in this lab you have to recall that pseudocode and flowchart and run the program according to that you have built in lab 1 for calculating pi r square, where r is the radius of the circle and you are taking input from it. Run the code, copy your code and output in this box. If you want to take a complete SS screenshot of your code and your program, you can copy that also. Now, the task 2. Write a program that will print the area of a sphere. The user is asked to take the input of radius. The formula of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is the radius. The program accepts the user input for the radius and display the result on the standard output using the arithmetic operation. Now you are calculating your spherical area, and for that your formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So you have to take an input, then calculate this formula and show the output on the screen. You have to put your code and your output in this box as an answer. Now, what you have to do in the task 3, as you have a sheet that will show your allowances and taxes, as a write a program that generate a pay slip and calculate different allowances and taxes based on your following conditions. Now, what you have to do in this lab is you have to calculate the pay slip using these formulas. So, what is your CA, what is your MA, what is your HR, GR, tax, and N? What are these? These are your salary. CA is the allowance, convention allowance. MA is your medical allowance. House rent, HR. GR is your gross amount of salary. Now, what is the tax paid from your gross salary? And obviously, you're the net salary which you are taking to your home or you have in your pocket. So, you can see there is an output given to you that if you use this formula, you can calculate these type of data. So, you have to go through this code, create your code, and see the output of your program is same as it is shown in this screen. So you have to build your program, run it, and check whether the output of your screen is the same as the given. You have to change ID number, the input values that you are using to take the output. So maybe your ID is different, you can use your name, banking, or your designation, anything you want to enter, you have to use it like that. One thing again clear that this problem is already built, executed. You have the output only. Now you have to generate code from this output. So that code also shows this same view of the output, nothing less. Hope this session is clear to you. If you have any question,